and I'm just going to start your reading right now. So the first card you have for your past is the Seven of Cups. So obviously this is a really confusing card. It's like you don't know where you are. It's all a big kind of mess and you don't know what you're looking at. Some things are hidden, some things aren't hidden, all of that. There's a whole lot of confusion in this card. And I think this is about you. I think you're feeling as if someone was keeping you in the dark, like this man, and they weren't telling you everything, or they just weren't expressing things to you. I don't know if they were doing this deliberately. It might have been that, I think maybe it was that they weren't sure of things themselves. They were kind of confused themselves and they didn't know what to kind of say to you. It might have been that. I think this is a love connection. Yeah, I think it definitely is. But I think the fact that they weren't expressing how they were feeling to you, or they weren't sitting down with you like an adult and just talking, to me that says that they weren't being upfront with you, or they weren't kind of giving you that assurance that you needed. That's what I'm seeing. They might not have been dishonest. I mean, they might have been, but what I'm seeing is someone who was trying to make their mind up. They were trying to kind of work their way through something in their mind. And I think they just wanted to keep all of this to themselves until they came to some kind of conclusion. But, I'm getting this feeling that you were kind of just sitting and waiting and sitting and wondering what was going on. You might have even been wondering whether there was a third party or something, because of this lack of communication. Sometimes when people don't communicate with you in a relationship and they're away from you and they don't talk to you and they don't answer the phone, then you start to think that, of course, your imagination says, well, maybe it's that, But I don't think it was that. I'm not seeing that. I think there was a lot of uncertainty around this, and I think there was some uncertainty around this relationship for them. I have to be honest, that's what I'm seeing. So some of it was uncertainty about this actual connection, and I think some of it was also about pressure. There was some pressure around them, pressure around the relationship, pressure around them, maybe some pressure coming from family. It might have been that. I don't think it was direct pressure. I think this was just what they were feeling. They were feeling a lot of pressure. And, when they feel any sort of pressure, I think they either shut down, sometimes they run away as well. That's something they can do sometimes too. So they might actually do that. I have to be honest with you. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing there. So the next card you have for your past is the Queen of Cups. So yeah, they're really going through things internally, really feeling everything. They weren't communicating how they were feeling to you, because this queen has a lid on her emotions, a lid on this cup, so they weren't expressing themselves to you. I don't know if this will make any sense to you, but I just saw this. I think they actually might have lost someone, and I think this is someone who is close to them. I don't think they lost them recently. I think this might have been a while ago, but I think it was probably still impacting on them emotionally. I'm not making excuses for them, but I think this person they lost, I think this was someone who was their escape in a way. What I mean by that is, when they felt stressed, they used to go to this person, they used to let things out, so they had kind of an outlet without any pressure or expectations attached to that. And this might be why they're not opening up to you, because there might have been, they might have been feeling as if there are expectations and pressure attached to you, actually. I hope that makes sense. It's a bit complicated, it's a bit difficult to explain. I'm not saying you're this horrible person that puts pressure on them and gives them all these expectations, but there are expectations. There are expectations when it comes to being with someone. There are. And, I just think, as they become less and less communicative with you, and they've kind of drifted further and further away, that's made you think even more about the expectations and what you expect from them and what you expect from a relationship. If someone's drifting away from you, you've got to be thinking, well, this isn't what I want. And what do I want? Well, I expect this. I expect communication. I expect someone to at least get back to me in a decent time. I expect someone to explain if they're having a problem with me or with anything else, to explain that. You know, there are expectations. So, you know, okay, I don't want to scare you, but yeah, again, I'm seeing they might end up running away. Maybe not forever, but I'm really getting this, I'm just getting this feeling with them of fight or flight. Fight or flight. There's nothing to fight with, but they just feel this great pressure around them. They're trying to fight that. And I think what's going to happen is they might, I don't know if they're going to totally run away, but it might just be that they want to be by themselves for a while. I don't know, but that's what I'm getting, this kind of very heavy feeling, this pressure, and they've got this emotional thing, and they've got this kind of fight or flight thing happening. You know, these Sagittarius readings have been really complicated and really heavy for a while. Actually, I'm always picking up on this kind of heavy energy around this. It's been like that for, I don't know, maybe the last 4 or 5 weeks even. So I really hope, if this is all resonating with you and the other ones have, I really hope this changes for you soon. I really, really do. So the last card you have, your past, is the World. Yeah, I don't like saying this. I really, really don't like saying this. I know this is usually a positive card, but this is what I'm seeing in this card. This is what they wanted at this time. They wanted that feeling of freedom, with no expectations, no pressure. That's what they felt like. But life's not like that. You know that. You know, we do have to live up to certain expectations from people we love and from everyone around us, our bosses, friends, relatives, children, everyone. There's no place where there aren't any expectations. So if this person runs away, wherever they run to, they're going to find more expectations. Doesn't matter where you go. And the other thing I'm seeing here is, you know, if they do run away, they will probably come back again, because the World can be about completion, coming back to full circle. So that's what I'm seeing there. Now, it might be that they have done this before and they're coming back again. It might not be, but I just saw that. So, okay. So the first card you have for your present is the Chariot. Okay, so whatever's going on with them, yeah, I know they're busy. I know they're busy as well. They're busy with work. And, you know, when you try to communicate with them, they might have said to you, oh, I'm busy, I'm working. And they are. But I think you know it's not just that. It's more than that. Your instincts are very sharp. You know that. And you have people around you protecting you as well. And because this other person's kind of making you feel a bit insecure, not sure where you are, I think you might be getting that feeling of security from some of these other people. I'm actually seeing one specific person who, you know you can rely on this person practically, also emotionally, but you can't always share everything with them. I think they might have some kind of, I don't know, strict, rigid rules or ideas or something, might be religious or something like that. So you can't totally open up about everything with them all the time, but they are there for you, you know that. And this is also about you being determined. I'm just looking at this really determined look on this man's face. So he's really determined, you know, not letting these emotional problems cloud everything else, really pushing, trying not to let them do that. I think you have someone depending on you as well. So, you know, you can't just sit around stressing or crying. You have to get on with things, at least in front of other people. So, you know, even though that sounds really, really hard, and it is hard, that's kind of what's keeping you going, if that makes sense. You know, this person who relies on you is like your strength. They depend on you. And this is what's kind of forcing you to be strong. So it is harsh, it really is, but that's what's keeping you up, stopping you from kind of falling down. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, the next card you have your presence, the Ten of Wands. So yeah, again, I'm seeing this again, this person who relies on you, who's keeping you strong. You might be a single parent, or you might be in charge of taking care of someone, helping someone. And this is showing me that you still have so much strength in you, and you've been through so much with someone. I think not just in this relationship, I think you're also in another very difficult relationship before this, and it was like, I've survived that, I've gotten through that, I can also get through this. That's the kind of mindset I'm seeing with this. You're very, very, very strong. I'm seeing that in this. It's like, no matter how many wands are piled onto me, I'm going to get through this. And you absolutely will, for your sake and for someone else's. And, if this is someone who runs away, what I'm seeing here is, this is what your mindset is, and you're right. You have to be the person who stays. You have to be the strong one. I'm getting a really strong sense of duty in this card. You know your responsibilities and you won't run away from them. That's what I'm seeing here. So the last card you have, your present, is the Four of Swords. So yeah, okay, this is very confusing. This is what I'm seeing in this card. It's very complicated, this love situation. This is what I'm seeing here. I think actually deep down, this person does really love you. I know all through this I've been thinking, oh, they're terrible, they do this and that. They do actually love you. It's very strange. They love you in a very strange way. I don't know why that is. It's like they're afraid of expectations. They run when things are difficult and they go away. They think for a while, then they come back again. So that's what I'm seeing. They do love you. But, the thing is, you have to ask yourself, is this the way that you want to be loved? Is the way they love you, or is the way they love, right for you? You have to ask yourself that. No matter how you feel, you can't keep on going through this over again. If someone doesn't communicate, if they run backwards and forwards, leaving you in turmoil, picking up the pieces, how many times can you go through that? You have to ask yourself that as well. So what I'm seeing in this card is, this is the stage where they've gone away, they're on their own, and they think that that's what they want. They think they want to be by themselves, away from you. They distance themselves. And then after a while, they realize that they still have all their problems with them, with these swords hanging over them. And then after a while, they start to think about you, and they start to miss you, and they start to see you as this window, this beautiful, colourful window full of light. It's the only positive, colourful thing on this card. So then they start reasoning with themselves, and they say, well, maybe I should come back. So that's what happens. It's this cycle. And that's the stage I'm seeing at in the cycle. So they might be at this stage now, or this might just be showing you what happens in this cycle and how they're feeling and why they're doing this. That's what I'm seeing there. So the first card you have, your future, is the Page of Cups. So yeah, this is this cycle I keep on seeing. Now they're coming back. Now they're offering their love to you. This is what happens. I know this is a really specific reading, but and it's heavy as well, but I have to read what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing. So this is what happens. After they've been through this time by themselves in the Four of Swords, they come out of that. They realize they want to be with you again. They come back to you like this Page of Cups. They offer their love to you. Here I am. I'm offering my love to you. Please forgive me. I'm back again. And it goes around and around. So sorry if I sound really grumpy and bossy, but I feel really agitated because when I'm seeing this cycle going around and around and around, it's horrible. Something has to happen. You have to try to find some kind of conclusion to this roundabout. It's exhausting. Sometimes it can feel exciting when they come back and it's all wonderful again, but that's not sustainable. It's really not. Some decision has to be made about this, because you know what this next stage is after this. It's this gradual pulling away again, and then the cycle goes on and on. So it goes around and around and around. That's what I'm seeing. It's a wonder that the Wheel of Fortune's not here, because that would be the perfect card here, but no, it's not here. So but yeah, I've just got the Wheel of Fortune in my mind again for some reason, even though it's not in the spread. But it's just going around and around that I'm seeing. So yeah, the next card you have for your future is the Eight of Cups. Okay. Right, so look at this man. I'll just describe what I'm seeing in this card so you can see how I'm seeing this happening over and over again. Right, so there's a man on this card. He's walking away from this wall of cups, which is a wall of emotion, obviously, with the cups. So he doesn't want to show any emotion. So he kind of backs away from the emotion. He walks away from all that. But he's going to walk around this hill where he's out of sight for a while. He kind of lays low, does his own thing. Then he's going to turn around and come back around this hill, right back into the emotion again, where he says, I love you. Here's my cup. I want to offer it to you again. It might be a woman, a man, anyone could be in this. But, I'm seeing a man in this card, so that's why I'm saying this man. So now, that's the cycle. So you're not happy with this. Look at this. Look at the moon on this card. Look at the look on its face. It does not look happy. It's giving you the side eye. It's telling you, please end this cycle. That's what I'm seeing. Something has to be done about this. So the last card you have for your future is the Star. Now, okay, this woman's by herself. She's naked. She's totally at ease with herself. I would not walk around naked. I'm not at ease with myself. I wouldn't do that anyway, but so she's at ease with herself. She's finding balance. She's finding balance between her emotions and the earth. So she's finding her stability again by herself. I'm sorry, I know this is very serious. This is a very, very, very complex, very deep situation. I'm really sorry. My apologies. Okay, so I think that's about all I'm going to say about this. But this is telling you that you need to get off this roller coaster. At least get some time to yourself away from this whole situation. Get some breathing space, get some thinking time, get your balance back, get some balance back into your life. You might decide to leave them, you might decide to go back with them. That's completely up to you. But, if this is all resonating with you, at the very least, get some space to get some balance into your life and think about this clearly before you keep on going around and around again and again. That's what I'm seeing in that card. Sagittarius, I hope this resonated, or maybe I hope it didn't resonate, because it's not very nice. But general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please please subscribe, please leave a comment if that's what you'd like to do. Thank you so much for watching.